So you do have memories of you have to hide from the world.
Oh, all the time. Growing up, especially in Texas, it was like, don't let anybody see you, ever.
Really?
But we were told that it was because they wanted to kill us, or they wanted to come and take us away, or take away our chances to see God in the temple. So it was very real to us. It was like if an airplane flew over, we ran for the trees or we went in the house. If any Gentile was coming on the land, we would pull all the shoes in and never go outside, and all the blinds would be open. They probably felt like it was a graveyard there. All the blinds closed and nothing happening.
Yeah, that's a scary place to be as a kid, always in fear and worrying that they're going to come and snatch you away. And then they did with the raid. So I'm
It
probably
just made it
jumping
so real.
ahead, but yeah, let's get into what that was like for you.
I just want to say, like, when we moved to Texas, I remember the trailers. I remember specifically the bathroom situation. There was one bathroom in each trailer, as far as I can remember, and we had at least 30 of our family there. It was crazy. I remember going to the bathroom in the trees at 2 a.m. in the morning. Like, that was a really big thing, and it was like, wake up, have to go out in the cold, because it was, I think it was April or March or April when we moved there. So it was kind of chilly down there.
So you're saying 30 people in one trailer with one bathroom?
We had three trailers, and there was a boys' trailer, and all the boys lived in there. And then there was two girls' trailer, which housed all the mothers and all of the girls. So I would say at least 30 of Dad's family was there. So there was about 20 kids, I would say. And then however many wives, there may have been more than that, but it was pretty crowded. Like, we would lay a blanket out on the floor and five people would lay on that blanket because there was no
Wow.
room anywhere. And then also at the same time, like, one day he would decide someone else was worthy to come there, so all of a sudden more people would show up. So it was just a constant flow of making room and making things work. And it was, I remember it being pretty hectic.
Yeah. And when you say trailer, just to get the visual in my brain, is this like a mobile home that you put on the ground or like something you pull with a truck?
It's like a mobile home.
Okay.
So they were like, I think they were just like single wide mobile homes,
Yeah.
just really fast things that they brought there. And there was like pregnant mothers, there was breastfeeding moms that had to have their rooms. And so it was just like, what do you do, you know? So that's when the tents came along, and I think we had like three tents that would blow down every time the big storms would come and
Oh
stuff.
no.
But yeah. I just feel like a lot was going on at the time, and it was so new that I don't remember ever feeling like, oh, I wish this didn't happen or whatever. It was kind of like, what's the next big thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty exciting for us. I think there was around 20 kids that were under the age of 8. So his father's big thing was under the age of 8, they have to leave Short Creek. And I don't know the exact amount, but I think it was around 20 from 8 years old to under 1. And we all moved down to Texas after a few weeks in Colorado. So it was all of us there, and then whoever came after that. Like, people were slowly coming all the time.
Do you remember how old you were?
I was 3 when we got there. I turned 4 shortly after. And we didn't do birthdays or anything, so it wasn't very significant, except for I was 4 now.
That does sound like a lot of chaos.
I remember when we moved into the first house there, they like built this path and took all the trees out and built like a path to our new house. And that was a big thing because we got beds.
Oh my gosh. So was that the house that Warren was in with most of his wives?
They built 3 original houses on the land. One was used for the storehouse and where all the men would gather and all the meetings happened. We called the South House was where all of Fowler's family lived, and it was just like 200 feet away. And then on the other side, we called the North House, or I think we called it the duplex, and that was where all the other families lived. Like, all the other men that had families on the land, which there was a few, all had to squish into that other house. So It was better living quarters and more bathrooms and stuff, but they started building Father's what we call the original house, which is what I mostly grew up in. They started building that almost immediately.
What was the building that I seen all the photos with the raid that's like this huge gray castle looking thing?
The temple?
Was that the temple? That would
is the
make sense.
temple on R17. That is like where the presence of God was gonna happen.
Because it's big.
Oh, it's huge. And the construction on that, like all the rock for that building, was all cut off of that land. Like none of it was shipped in. So they had a rock quarry, all the concrete and everything, the rock for it was like from that property. Like all the reject rocks that they couldn't use on the actual building, because that building is literally made of stone.
Yeah.
And
It looks like a
all
castle.
the rocks. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was a big project. It took them quite a while to build. It was a very intense time.
Because you guys are doing all of this yourselves. You're not bringing in contractors, right?
Oh, it's only us.
Yeah.
I was young at the time. I remember when it was being built, and by this time we had moved into Father's original house, which was bigger than the first one we moved into. And like my age group, we had a room with our caretaker in it, which was one of Dad's wives, Vicky. Everyone's heard of Vicky. Shout out to Vicky, but she was the one that raised me actually from about 4 years old to 8 years old. So by that time, we had moved into a bigger house, and that's when the temple started.
Okay. I think Vicky is the one that Ada was going to get me in touch with. So maybe we can still have Vicky on.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, we've done lots of interviews with former FLDS, and Ammon and Jaden both talk about the construction and how they basically never slept. It was just sun up to sundown building just all the time.
It was, and I remember hearing like so they had what do you call the rock hammer, I guess, that like hammers into the rock so they can start cutting it. You could hear those like
the jackhammers.
Jackhammers, that's what it would be. And they had to do the ditches for the water lines, and down in that, at least in that part of Texas, it's solid rock. Like you dig down 6 inches and you hit like rock bed. So they had the big diamond saws that would cut the trenches so they could lay the power lines and water lines and sewer lines and all that stuff. So that was constant. I remember that, waking up in the middle of the night hearing that saw going, and it was a lot.
What was it like for you as a little girl not doing construction? What were you doing?
So I was about 5 when the temple was like in full swing, and we were too small to really help with anything, so it was mostly just like trainings about what to say in your prayers and, prepare for this and prepare for that. And we were mostly like helping with the garden, doing house chores. So when I was 5, actually, there was 4 girls in my age group, and our job, for some reason, was to clean the 12 public bathrooms in our house every day.
What?
And
as 5-year-olds?
As 5-year-olds. And we did not buy soap. We made our own soap. And we used Lysol and these weird soaps. I don't even know what they made them with, but they had this bathroom scrub that would always make our hands go raw.
Oh, no.
And so every day, then it was like sprinkle it on and then try to wash it off as fast as possible. And I remember the bathrooms very well, because when the raid happened and we didn't have to clean bathrooms, then it was like, yes.
So, I have to hear about what's going through your mind, because you just mentioned earlier that you were terrified of the outside world. You would run from airplanes. The Gentiles were out to kill you and take you away. And then they show up with tankers and police cars, just tens of police cars. How many do you think there were? Like 30 police cars?
Oh, over 100.